Hello everybody, Chuck Green here. Welcome to another special edition of Under the Hood, because today I have my good friend Stefy Steph. She is going to help me, even though she's wearing a Dodger shirt, but this is perfect, I guess,
perfect,
right?
I know, exactly. West Coast.
Yeah, that's right. So today, what are you going to help me take apart here?
We're going to take apart the Inno Fusion.
Yeah, Inno Pocket Fusion,
Pocket Fusion,
because
yes.
it fits in one's pocket, I suppose, huh?
Yes.
So anyhow, the really cool thing about this light is that it's actually a moonflower roller and a laser. It's got a green laser. It's kind of like a micro galaxian on steroids or something with a moonflower. So you know me, I like anything that's versatile. So a little bit about my friend Stefy Steph here. She, first time I think I met you, you came to an Under the Hood live shooting and you won some headphones and some lights and stuff.
I won 2 prizes that day. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Networking basically with all the American DJ company. And
that's cool.
So
well, see, it pays to come out to the live events. So when we do those, you guys should come out. You might leave with something. And then you did some endorsement work for American Audio.
Yes,
You're
yes,
a VMS. Oh yeah, you're our NAM DJ.
Yes,
yeah, she's a VMS4 user.
Yes, VMS4 from American Audio.
Cool.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
how I met everyone.
yeah. And then I come to find out that you do your own videos, and here's her YouTube channel right here. And then you're on.
You can catch me on YouTube or also on Facebook. Usually, I'm always trying to update everything. Usually, at every gig, I usually post videos. And
that's right. Yeah.
I also post some new products.
Yeah, she does some product reviews, so be sure to check her out. So, you know, I was thinking about it because sometimes I'm up here just kind of doing stuff on my own, and it's fun to have a partner in crime. So I called up Stefy and said, hey, what do you think? And I was surprised. She said, yeah, let's do it, win. So,
definitely. I was really excited to come down.
Yeah,
I pretty much like to take things apart and putting it back together.
Oh, you put them back together.
I try.
Oh yeah. I have that's where I don't excel, is putting it back together. But the parts department likes me for that. So yeah, today it looks like we got the Inno Pocket Fusion, and maybe we'll talk a little bit while we take one of these apart. I think you know how to use power tools, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're not afraid?
I'm not afraid. No, definitely.
Good, because I am, and so there you go. Why don't you start with the mirror there?
Okay. Oh.
So yeah, go ahead and don't cut yourself there. It's mirrors. Oh yeah, you have used one of these before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's a versatile effect. You're gonna have a bunch of laser beams and colors all over the room. I think it's kind of one of my new favorites, actually. So Stefy, you've been doing weddings and events and stuff. When did you get started?
You know what? Actually, I'm mobile DJing. I started maybe like 6 years ago.
So you were like 12 then?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. About 6 years ago, on my own. I actually started off with my uncle's equipment. Actually,
really?
My uncle's a DJ.
So cool.
I started off with his old equipment, his backups. So
what like inspired you to one day just go, oh, I'm gonna be a DJ?
You know what? When I was in high school, my senior year, I was actually the commissioner of Spirit. So I did a whole cheerleading thing. I did. I was in charge of the
new light. Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah. So I was in charge of all the pep rallies, getting that stuff going, controlling the music, controlling the microphone. That's usually
Oh yeah, so you get on the mic, you do a little MC.
Yeah, I'm not shy.
Yeah, so cool.
Start talking to the mic and hosting games.
Right. You do quinceañeras too?
Yes, I do.
Do you habla español?
Sí, habla español poquito.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's sweet 16s, quinceañeras, house parties, backyard boogies is what I do.
Backyard boogies.
Yes.
Gotta love a backyard boogie.
But I do like the weddings though. Weddings are very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so
what side do I go?
Oh, let's see. So we got this side off. There's a lot of wires in there.
Yeah.
Huh? Let's go ahead and why don't you see these guys? Let's take those off.
Okay.
And then this middle one back there too. You got that?
Got it.
So I go to a lot of the shows. I get a lot of people that come up and talk to me, and sometimes there's some female DJs, but I feel like there's not a ton.
No, there's not a lot. There's a few of us out there.
Is there like a female DJ role model you've had?
You know what? In high school, that's when I really got into house music,
Oh, yeah?
techno music. One of my best DJs back in high school was DJ Irene. She's actually really good. She's actually still has a lot of good music coming out right now.
Let's see.
Sorry.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool. So I gotta look for DJ Irene.
DJ Irene, yeah, she's one of my favorites.
Do you find that there's like a community of female DJs?
Yeah, actually, I am part of on Facebook. I'm part of a community called FEM. It's a female entertainment meetup, and it's about 200 women.
Oh yeah,
and,
that sounds fun.
Yes, it is fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
We just talk about, events, things that we do. We show our setups and compare, and also ask for advice. So
yeah,
that's another thing. Good pointers for us on, anything about setups or music choices. We just elaborate about that and talk about that.
Do you sometimes ever feel like intimidated or anything being a female in the kind of a male dominated industry?
You know
or
what? Sometimes yes. It just depends on the event. Sometimes I'll go to an event and it'll be just me and.
Here, let me have some fun.
Go ahead. Sometimes I go to an event, it'll be just me unloading everything, and then I'll get those typical guys to be like, "Oh, you need help? I'll help you with that." And I take care of all my equipment myself. I set up myself, and it takes about an hour, a good hour.
Yeah, an hour. That's cool. So. Say you're doing a wedding. I mean, what do you generally bring lighting wise?
Usually my setups for weddings are usually nice and not overwhelming with lights. I like simple, couple of lights. I'll have a different kind of setups each time. I usually take all my lights and I figure out, okay, where's my area, what am I setting up, then I kind of fit what I want my lighting.
You and I were just talking about that because, recently my sister got married, and it's always, I always notice that, like, as much as I love gear and lights and everything, but people spend a ton of money on flower arrangements and table runners and things, and then sometimes you get this DJ that'll just bring in this big monstrosity, like, truss and everything, and like, the gear geek in me is like, oh, that's cool, but then, the bride is like, what is that giant, like, DJ robot thing in the middle of my wedding?
It looks awesome, like you mentioned, but I'm very simple. I like to keep it chic and keep the focus on the bride and groom, not my setup. And I think there's some DJs that kind of still need to learn that lesson, but it depends on the crowd. Maybe they asked for it. Maybe they wanted that. Yeah, so especially if you got the EDM bride and groom. I've actually been to one of those weddings, so they want the full lights, full-on electro rig. So, okay, I think this is a brand new product now, so I haven't really had too much experience with it, but I think I've got the cover of the laser off. Yes. Okay. There is the laser. The laser. So, let's see. Now why don't we go ahead and let's see, this particular light has a few more screws than a lot of the other ones. But let's see, so now we will take this off. So doing weddings, you ever have any like weird, interesting, awkward stuff happen? I figure if you go to enough weddings for a living, you might see something weird. You know what, actually, there was this one time I did a wedding back in September. The groom went MIA, so he kind of he disappeared. Before or after the ceremony? Though? After the ceremony. Okay, so he was already married. After dinner, and he was gone for I want to say about an hour or so. No one knew where he was at. I think he went home. I have no idea where he went. So he disappeared. Had to catch the rest of the game. Yeah. And he's like, I'm married now. Yeah. Oh so my gosh. Very interesting. I bet. Did you just sit there and spin your tires? Yep. That's awesome. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's why I needed a second set of hands this week. All right, Steffi, let's pull the cover off here and remove the ground. There we are. So what we have here is our 12-watt LED chip, and you can see it's got a big convex lens. Steph, do you know how many colors are on this guy? Yes. It's seven colors and plus white. Plus white. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, we have a dichroic color wheel here, which again is kind of a chemical treatment you put glass through so it doesn't ever fade. And it's attached to this motor, so it spins around, changing the colors of the beam coming through here, and then it hits that roller and shoots hundreds of beams all around the room. Now, can you point out the laser? The laser, it's gonna be right there? No, actually, hold on, up here. Yep, there you go. Yeah.
So those of you that have micro galaxians, this is very similar. This is a green laser, and you can see here there's a little motor that spins the belt, that spins the laser lens around and shoots hundreds of green laser beams all over the room, and it actually hits the barrel here, and I don't know, is a bajillion a number? I think it makes a bajillion laser beams, all to the beat of the music. So if we turn it, you want to turn it this way for our friends, let's see, this side. For our friends around the globe, we have an international switching power supply in case you need to go to 240 volt. Yep. And what do we got on the other side here? Oh, the main PC board. Got the main PC board, and then down here the DMX in and out. And I think if we flip this around, hey, why don't you let's
open that up.
Yeah, why don't you take those 4 screws out?
There we go.
And so you'll see. Next, what Steffi's doing here, the safety loop. Remember, always practice safe lighting. I'm gonna go old school.
Old school, didn't fit.
Speaking of old school, what's your favorite old school jam?
Old school jam, oh my gosh.
What's your go-to? Do you like Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Temptations. Usually that's your dinner music, usually what I like to play. You know. At
home, I listen to like Pandora. I'll do the Bill Withers station. Oh. That one is one of my faves.
You want me to take it off?
No, that's cool. Okay. So right here, you can see the back of the display. It's probably pretty familiar to you if you've watched Under the Hood because it's the same 4-character display that we use on most all our ADJ Pocket series. So if you already have some of the Pocket series, the menu is going to be a breeze for you. So I kind of wanted to take that out so you could see the backside of the laser. See, it almost wants to come out, but there's the actual laser diode. It's again, it's a green laser. So just so you can see on the bottom here.
Now, is this light sound active?
Yeah. Actually, on the bottom there is a microphone. So for those of you that don't want to DMX it, or if you're just linking them and running the internal shows, easy in, easy out.
How many of these can you link?
Well, DMX-wise, you can link a whole universe, but power-wise on the IECs, you can link up to 22. Okay. So for those of you that have the ECOM cables from AccuCable, this comes in very handy. I guess you probably, you know, as a DJ have experienced places that don't have a ton of outlets.
No, the less cables, the better. And it looks better not having all the cables around.
All the wire pasta.
No wires and zip ties and all that, no.
Yeah, so yeah, it's basic operating procedure. You got your fuse here, and make sure you always, if for some reason, I doubt you'll ever have to replace the fuse, make sure you replace it with the correct fuse and go to your manual for that. And so, yeah, I mean, basically IEC in and out, DMX in and out, sound active microphone.
Now, Chuck, can I use a wireless remote?
Yes, you can actually use the ADJ UC-IR for no strings attached control. Well, Steffi, we took it apart, we voided the warranty, let's see it in action. As mentioned earlier, the Inno Pocket Fusion uses a 12-watt LED, it has a barreled mirror, and it also has a micro Galaxian style laser effect. It has 7 colors plus white, it has 3 operational modes, DMX, sound active, and then it has its internal shows that can be triggered sound active, and you can link them up master slave. For those of you that are using DMX, it has 5 DMX channel modes. You can use 2 channel, 6 channel, 8 channel, 9 channel, or 11 channel. It has 8 built-in shows. It uses stepper motors for micro stepping. It has a shutter effect, so you can do pulse, random, strobe, and you can do a fast strobe, slow strobe, medium strobe. It has IEC in and out to chain up to, what did I figure out, like 22 of them when you're using 120 volt. And it has a safety hook on the back because we do believe in safe lighting. All right, Steph, so where do you see people using this fixture?
You know, this is great for any kind of mobile gigs, clubs, lounges, also any kind of bowling alleys, youth groups, entertainment centers.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect for that kind of a...
Bowling alleys are pretty hot right now with the glow bowling.
Yes, there's cosmic bowling.
Yeah. I like it when it's dark because people can't see how bad I am at bowling. Now, if we only had like a dark golf course. Well, again, that was the Inno Pocket Fusion, and you guys be sure to check out DJ Stefy Steph on her YouTube channel, Facebook. If you're in the greater Los Angeles area and you need an awesome mobile DJ, call Stefy.
Yes.
And so, thanks again, and go Giants.
Yeah, go Dodgers.
Giants.
Dodgers.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.